In 1815, Napoleon was defeated at Waterloo. The news of the coalition victory was reached to Nathan Mayer Rothschild within 24 hours, well before the King of England, who got the news after 72 hours. Nathan used the information and manipulated the stock market to earn millions, which are equal to tens of billions today. In 1836, he died with a personal net worth of 0.62% of British GDP, which is today equal to $20 billion. Nathan Mayer was a member of the Rothschild family, whose combined net worth at peak was $400 billion. The family is one of the wealthiest families in history and controlled many organizations and governments. Their influence was far beyond anyone can imagine in the modern era. Due to their historical influence, the family is part of many conspiracy theories, like they have secret wealth of $500 trillion and own 80% of the world's wealth. Every government in the world is their puppet, and they are the reason for all bad things happening in the world. The reality is, these theories are exaggerated, and the family doesn't enjoy influence that it enjoyed in the 19th century. The Rothschild Group's annual revenue today is less than $500 million, which is far less than of a big company like Google's parent Alphabet annual revenue, which is over $257 billion. Today, no member of the family is listed on Forbes' rich list, and richest member of the family is Edmund de Rothschild, who manages assets over $190 billion. The Rothschild banking dynasty was founded by Mayer Amschel Rothschild, who started from Frankfurt banking house, and with the help of his 5 sons, he established his bank branches in London, Paris, Vienna, and Naples. In addition to banking and finance, he made investments in mining, energy, real estate, and winemaking. Learn to know how Mayer Amschel Rothschild established the biggest dynasty in the world? Watch the full video. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, the founder of Rothschild Banking Dynasty. We at Business Chronicles tell the stories of extraordinarily successful people. Please subscribe to our channel to help us in making more videos. In 1744, Mayer Amschel Rothschild was born in Frankfurt, Germany, to a rich family of money changers and traders. His ancestry traces to 1577 to Isaac Elkanan Rothschild, who lived in Frankfurt, Germany. Their surname originated from the German word zum Rothen Schild, which translates to "with the red shield." This meaning relates to the house of their family. His father, Amschel Moses Rothschild, worked in money exchange and silk and goods trading. Moses was a collectible coin supplier to the Prince of Hesse. Owning a shop, Moses had his family live on top of the house. As a whole, this family home was as high as 3.4 meters or 11 feet. There were around 30 people who live in Rothschild's residence in Jundengasse, a narrow lane where Jews in Frankfurt resided. At the age of 3, Mayer Rothschild attended a Jewish school called Heder, where he studied the Torah and Talmud, Jewish sacred books. By 7 years old, he studied and read the 5 books of Moses in Hebrew and Frankfurt dialects. While at home, he helped in the family business, from sorting out coins to running errands. In 1755, his father died, followed by his mother's death in 1756. He became an orphan and had to live with his relatives. At the age of 11, Rothschild stopped attending his Jewish school and transferred to a Jewish seminary near Nuremberg. At the age of 13 in 1757, Rothschild got a job as an apprentice in Wolf Jakob Oppenheim's bank in Hanover, Germany. Here, he learned more about currency exchange and foreign trade, as well as issuing cash bills, or the equivalent of a modern check. At the age of 18, he mastered the antique coin business, and he began purchasing rare coins for a client. However, he returned to Frankfurt in 1763 to work in his brother's money exchange business. He added his expertise in the shop by trading in metals, jewels, antiques, and coins. By 1769, he became a crown agent who did business with royalty. He got this title by convincing the future Prince of Hesse, Wilhelm, for the position. They conducted business with Rothschild, preparing rare coins to the future prince. Hence, the door in his house had a shield with decorations of royalty. He would excel in his business, and by 1784, he had a large house at Jundengasse. Likewise, his learnings and experience in the banking industry laid the foundation for his banking empire later on. As a dealer of rare coins, Rothschild expanded his business by providing banking services. Crown Prince Wilhelm was a patron of Rothschild's coin business, but also his new venture in the banking field. As Wilhelm became the new Landgrave and the richest monarch in Europe, Rothschild continued providing goods such as jewels to Wilhelm. However, Rothschild also made a good relationship with the new Landgrave's chief revenue officer, Karl Buderus. Rothschild received investment from Buderus and was profitable for both. Buderus shared with Wilhelm the successful dealings he had with Rothschild. It led Wilhelm to not only become a patron, but also do business with Rothschild. It helped in the next expansion of Rothschild's business towards wholesale supplying of cotton cloth, wool, and flour. In this venture, he had the help of his sons Solomon and Amschel. During the French Revolution in 1792, Rothschild saw another opportunity with the British and Austrians. His business supplied the former with coins, while the latter received supplies from horses, equipment, and wheat. At the time, Rothschild became a war or military contractor. This venture led to a lot of capital for his business, and in return, he also provided charity from his earnings at the time. By the mid-1790s, Rothschild became an English major cotton cloth importer. He hired his daughters in the counting house and another staff who corresponded with German and English clients. Hence, he expanded his business at the time from coin and supplier of antiques and jewels to banking services and wholesaler of cotton cloth, wool, flour, and other goods. With the help of his sons, he established banks in Italy, Austria, France, and England. These four countries, along with Germany, marked the five-arrow symbol in Rothschild's business. Amschel managed Frankfurt, Karl on Naples, Solomon on Vienna, James in Paris, and Nathan in London. It signified unity and at beginning of the Rothschilds' global banking industry at the turn of the 19th century. In particular, the sons and their posts were as follows. By the early 1800s, Rothschild entered international banking. It was possible with his son Nathan's work in leading the importation business and transactions with other suppliers in England. Rothschild also sent his son Nathan to England in 1798 to lead and oversee their first foreign branch in textile importing. Likewise, Rothschild received the title of Chief Court Agent in 1803 from Wilhelm. By 1806, Napoleon invaded Hesse, yet Rothschild still continued his banking business. By 1807, Rothschild did most of the international banking with the help of Wilhelm and Buderus, as the former took loans from the Landgrave. He also employed a strategy of increasing the volume of transactions and loans by limiting profits. The result was numerous profits and capital. Likewise, he still had his other business in the form of trading coins, wine, antiquities, textiles, and colonial goods. However, his most profitable and significant business was his banking business. It even led to the provision of state loans, such as financing an army in Portugal. One of the profitable periods of Rothschild's business was during the French Revolution. He gained contracts with England and Austria. It increased his capital, but in return, he also donated to many and not only Jews. He also considered his employees and countrymen, especially in the 1796 attack of Napoleon in Frankfurt. It led to 2,000 people becoming homeless in Judengasse. To help them, Rothschild rented a space for these people. Moreover, he helped in the founding of a school for children in 1803. This school practiced modern practices and provided education beyond Jewish education. His son Amschel would continue his father's support of the school. Mayer Amschel Rothschild was born to an affluent family. He mastered his family business, which was to supply collectible coins to royal families. Later, he went to learn banking from a prominent banker, Jacob Wolf, where he got the knowledge to expand his family coin business and started providing financial services. To establish international banking system, he sent his sons to different financial hubs of Europe, where they established branches of his bank. Among his son, Nathan Mayer Rothschild was very successful, who was settled in London and became role model for his brothers in Frankfurt, Paris, Vienna, and Naples. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this.